Anthony Hartwig here with a Boardman swim player profile. We're joined by Zachary at Mihok, the sophomore standout for the swim team. Zach, thanks so much for coming on talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
So here you are as an underclassman, and you've already made it to districts. You've checked that mark on your career goal list. What's it been like, kind of coming into this year as one of the younger swimmers and having so much success?
Um, this year has been just a reflection of what happened last year. I got a lot of good experience swimming at a high level and just trying to influence whatever I learned onto the teammates this year.
You work so hard at swimming. We know that it's the only sport you play at Boardman. You put all your time into this, and you work so hard at it. Talk about how much you love it and why you spend so much time in the pool.
Um, yeah, I love what I do. Being able to go to the practice every single day and work hard, you get a sense of satisfaction that like you can do that because it's not easy. Not everyone can do it, but when you know that you can do it, that's what takes you to the next place.
When was the moment you realized that you could do it? Like you were, I have a knack for this swim thing. I might be pretty good at this.
It didn't happen until I was 12 years old. I was at a pretty big meet and I won one of my races, and it sparked a flame that led us to where we are today.
To swim, you got to be confident. You got to be confident in yourself as soon as you jump in that pool. If you don't have confidence, you're never going to go anywhere. Where does your confidence come from? What gives you confidence in the pool?
It just comes from the training that we do every day. I know my coach, Carlo Gordon, Mark Brooks, and Chelsea know exactly what they're doing with our practices, and they're there to prepare us for what we need to do.
Hey, you gave us a perfect segue to talk about this coaching staff because it's legendary at Boardman. It's one of the reasons why you have such a successful swim program. Talk about being under them and what it's meant to you and how much you've learned about yourself inside and outside of the pool from being coached by them.
It's a true blessing. They push me to limits where I don't really even think I would be able to find. So it's just an honor to be under them.
What are some things they say constantly that motivate you, that they get you going? What are some things that you always are hearing from them as a coaching staff?
Just them telling me that it's gonna be okay. Sometimes I tend to like get caught up in my head at a meet, and they're just like, "You've done the work. You can do it. Just go do it."
What part of you as a swimmer do you think has grown the most under their coaching? What part do you think they've taken the most responsibility for making you better?
Definitely the mental side. Coach Mark's always there to crack me a joke, especially when I'm feeling under pressure, and he just takes it off of my shoulders then.
We know they help you with the mental side. That's very important in swimming because it's all you in the pool. You have no one else to really back you up. There's no safety net. But then it's also a very physical sport. It demands a lot of your body. Talk about how much work you've put into that to make sure that you're, conditioned and able to handle the workload of a swim season.
So it starts in September. We go through a series of conditioning slash lifting, and then from as soon as the season actually officially starts, from the get go, practices are hard and they're meant to challenge you, and that's what gets you ready.
All those hard practices, I'm sure there are some days you're not feeling it. You don't want to be in the pool. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're sick, whatever it may be. What keeps you motivated on those days? What gives you that fire to keep you going when maybe on the day you don't want to?
All of the people that have really invested their time into me, whether it's my family members, my friends, or anyone, like taking me to practices when I wasn't able to drive and whatnot.
Let's talk about you outside of the pool. You have a 4.0 GPA in your first 2 years of high school. That's big work, man. Especially like freshman year is so hard to get through because you're transitioning from middle school to high school. What's it been like to see yourself succeed in the classroom, not just in the pool, but also as a student as well?
It's definitely hard to balance the two, but I'm proud of my academic accomplishments, and I feel if you use all of your time correctly, it's very it makes it a lot easier to succeed.
Have you always been a really good student, or was there a point in your schooling career where you realized you had to knuckle down and make some changes and get better as a student?
I've really loved school from as early as I could remember, so I've been a good student. Yeah.
You don't get to a 4.0 without some teachers that have impacted you or helped you along the way. What teachers have meant the most to your journey and getting you to where you are right now?
Um, Definitely my middle school math teacher, Mrs. Hatch. She made such a big impact on me. It was like during COVID-ish times, post-COVID, things were tough, and she just told me that things would be okay, and I really learned under her.
And then what's been like your favorite subject? What's the thing that you think you're the best at that you excel at the most?
I thoroughly enjoy math. I love working with numbers and trying to find ways to solve something.
I know you have a lot of high school left. You have 2 more years before you even have to think about life after high school. But do you have any like career paths that are entering your mind that you think you might be interested in, or any like dream jobs that are in your mind that you think you might want to pursue?
One thing that's been catching my mind as of recently is aerospace engineering. I can work with numbers, and I think it would be cool to like model spaceships and missiles.
If you do that, you got to let YSN know some of the aerospace engineering secrets because, I mean, my word, that's like way over my head. Man, awesome if you're able to accomplish that. Um, do you think swimming after high school is something that you'd like to do if given the opportunity?
Definitely. I definitely want to continue my career as long as I can and still enjoy it.
I always ask all the swimmers this because swimming becomes very popular when the Olympics come on. Every 4 years, it's one of the headliner sports, always on the primetime Olympics coverage. As a swimmer yourself, like what's it like in that moment in those 4 years when swimming becomes kind of the most popular sport in the world for those couple weeks?
It's definitely cool because I'm not just like an outsider talking about swimming, and everyone else can like put some input onto it.
Do you have any swimmers that you've like looked up to or that you watched when you were growing up that you try to emulate?
Definitely Michael Phelps. I vividly remember watching him swim in Rio in 2016, and I was just so inspired.
There's no one better, right? I mean, that's
Nope.
that's the you can't raise the bar any higher than Michael Phelps has. All right, before we let you go, we like to end these player profiles the same way every time. We want to give you the chance to take the limelight off yourself a little bit and shine on the people in your life that have really impacted you, that have helped you get to where you are. So I want to give you the time to give out the thank yous and the shout outs to the people in your life that you think really deserve it.
All right. First and foremost, my parents, my mother Jennifer and my father Jeffrey, they've made such a big impact on my life, obviously. And also my grandparents, notably Dan Glozier. He's my role model. He takes me under his wing, and I've learned so much from him. And then my Nana, Kathy Glozier, cooks some of the best food I eat all the time, and that's what fuels me on Sundays.
All right, Zach, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate you talking to us about your journey. We wish you the best of luck in districts, and we will hope to talk to you again real soon.
Great. Thank you very much.